Here's the deal.
Yep.
You get to pick one animal. This animal you can communicate with. You can talk back and forth mentally, telepathically. Communicate with. It pretty much does whatever you want it to do. It's kind of like your little, it's like a little robot helper you got. You can basically just whatever you need him to do.
Was it an animal or a robot?
Yeah, familiar. Yeah,
he's your familiar.
He's a real animal.
You're a wizard and he's your familiar.
Yeah. That's
guys. I fucking really hate that you assume that I know that lingo, and it's insane. He's a familiar?
It's witch talk. He's getting witchy over there.
Yeah, okay, a familiar is like an animal that like wizards or sorcerers or witches have. And it's an animal they have a connection with that they can communicate through and cast spells through.
That's a nice little thing, and I get it. Just why the fuck would I know that? You fucking familiar?
I mean, I feel like you've read a book, maybe, hopefully.
Well,
no, not those kinds.
Not the nerd shit.
Yeah, I don't read ones that have big fires and dragons on the front of them there, Otter.
Nice.
And you know what I gotta say? I think it's great that you're into that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I feel like if we met 15 years ago, you would have been beating the shit out of me.
No, I don't fight.
All right, listen. Forget all that nerd shit he said. You got an animal buddy.
My wife is a nerd, and I love nerds. Go ahead.
I don't listen, don't bring that.
Otter's a nerd. I love Otter. We're fine. Otter, you're doing great, by the way.
Thanks, homie.
Jesus Christ, I hate this positive horseshit.
Yeah, I got an animal buddy, and it's my familiar.
He's your familiar. You're familiar with him, but hopefully not fucking. I still can't get over famously Jewish, by the way. I'm still having a hard time with that. That's just such a. Anyway, you get an animal, he'll do whatever you want. You get to talk to him. It's not just like tasks. He's also like a companion.
Yeah,
so, I mean, you can hang out with him. What animal you picking?
Can I ask a couple questions, or do I just gotta pick an animal?
No. I want you to get comfy in this. I don't want you to make a rash choice.
End
up with an otter just because you're trying to make up to otter. I have a little otter friend.
I have to say off the top, otters.
Because I already have a little otter friend.
Are we talking?
Otter's
obviously the Michael Jordan of this conversation. No. Here's the question. My life is the same, right? So that like.
He could make it better.
Yeah.
If you choose a cool animal.
No. But
like you don't drive, you could pick a horse.
No. My life stays the same in this situation, right? I just have this familiar hanging around.
Yeah, you don't have any superpowers, man. You got to make do with whatever you can with it.
So I would have to say a cat.
Okay.
Because cats are like the only animal I'm even around a good amount. So like.
Well, no, we give you an animal. We ship one in.
Yeah, but shows up how practical is like? Look, if I can pick any animal and like be in a situation, if you're asking what my favorite animal is, I'm gonna tell you.
No. But like you get to like tell the animal acts decent. Like if you had a fucking gazelle in your house, he'd be like hanging out with you on the couch watching TV and stuff.
Yeah, but like, can you take that gazelle out and like walk around with him and stuff? Like you gotta like look out.
People will look at you.
You drop this gazelle off from your familiar land and your magical land crease. I want to know, like, do I still have to like look after this gazelle? What are we talking for food budget right now? If my life doesn't change, I don't have a lot of food to just be feeding a giant animal like this. I love hyenas. I can't have one of those guys living in my apartment, crease. I mean, the raw meat budget alone is going to be insane.
Well, I mean, you put them to work. You get them to like sneak in and steal meat and shit.
I can't.
You can communicate with them. You could literally tell them exactly what you want them to do. You can be like, yo, go into that fucking...
They can't arrest a hyena.
They can kill it. They will kill it.
But you get them back in your van, you drive off.
I don't have a van. You said my life stays the same. It's just me with my electric bike and a hyena.
Use your hyena to get a van.
If your familiar dies, you can do it in 48 hours. He comes back.
Look, I just think here's my thing. Like I don't understand the question because the things you're saying to me is like get the hyena to steal the van. Okay, like I guess in that case, I still just I love hyenas, but I think I still just want a cat that I can hang around with and have a couple actual laughs.
Tish, you know I love you, but that's the most boring answer I've ever heard.
Well, hyena is my actual cool, hyped up answer.
What about like a polar bear?
Then these animals don't hurt you.
Yeah, they're on your side. You just get to...
It's your buddy. You can do...
I like hyenas. When you guys offer me up polar bear, I'm like, no, hyena on top of that for sure. Like, does polar bear like win out?
Against hyenas for sure.
Polar bear's kills everything.
No, but what's your choice?
I would pick a crow.
Oh, this motherfucker talking. What?
See, I was gonna go with eagle. Similar kind of idea.
Eagle's very cool. Crow is like more like discreet. Like,
yeah.
You could teach a crow to just pick up all of the electronics and watches and cash. Be like,
where? From where?
I'd move to Toronto.
And then he just picks them up from where in Toronto?
Just on the street. He's a crow. And then somebody drops their phone, like pulls their wallet up, puts it on the camera, he just snags it, brings it back to my place.
And then,
drops
so
it in a
you're
drawer.
you're literally just collecting like crow wallets and watches.
Yeah,
And
basically, you basically use him like a metal detector.
my hyena
You
is
go to the
gonna, my
beach.
hyena's at
He's
least
a
gonna
metal
get up to
detector
some
that
shit.
flies.
Are you kidding me? That's not a boring answer. This motherfucker's gonna be collecting $200 worth of merch every month. My hyena's gonna get me arrested within a week. Are you kidding me?
Okay, I also do photography. I could be like, yo, go scout out Peggy's Cove right now and tell me what it looks like. He'd come back in 15 minutes, be like, tonight's gonna be a good night. And I'll be like, thanks, and I'll drive out there.
That's a practical thing.
That also feels like you just pay a dude to do that. Like I don't think you really need a crow.
Yeah,
You just
but
be
still-
like,
They might grow me, they me.
It doesn't stand up at all against my story of when I order pizza and my hyena viciously attacks the guy who drops it off.
You eat the pizza.
I'm like, I can't control this thing. He was dropped off as a familiar.
buddy, I'm telling you, you go to a job interview with a goddamn polar bear that like just hangs out with you and just kind of looks over your shoulder.
Yeah.
God damn.
Unless you want
You're
a
gonna
job
get
as
it.
a
I mean,
biologist.
again, Creasy, what world are we living in? You're getting escorted out.
Not by who?
Well,
Security
somebody's
guard?
gonna be. Well, you're not gonna get that job. They're not
Well,
gonna
first
be.
of all, I'm definitely getting
Unless
the-
it's at Coca-Cola, you're definitely getting the job at Coke. If you walk in with a polar bear, they're like, "Oh, you just own the place then."
I bet I get a spot on Fallon. Hey, I got this polar bear. Does whatever I want him to do.
Yeah,
Get him out there, do some tricks. I could become pretty famous. I'm just dude with a polar bear. People interview a dude who's just got a polar bear around him all
well, I
the
mean,
time.
the big money trick would be like if you can communicate with this familiar. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like you could just do like you could do crazy like hustles like sideshow shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so what you're describing right now, Pete, is exactly what the Russians used to do to regular brown bears. So they
damn.
First of all, it's not exactly what I
Oh
described.
my God,
You
Creasy,
said I'm
you're
gonna
a
go with Fallon
monster.
and get this bear to do
Creasy,
whatever
you're a
I want.
monster.
These-
He's a monster, everybody. Is this what you brought this up for, Creasy, to show us this awful video of these hilarious
No.
bears?
No, this is
So-
this is a me video.
Hold on now. You're being nice to Otter so that you can be mean to me? Is that what's going on here?
I know, I'm really trying to work out the balance here, guys. Sorry, as you'll see it, but I'm like, we'll figure it out.
You're just
I'm
mad
not
because you
bro.
picked hyena. As a
I brought it
shitty
back to
animal.
hilarious bears. I'm still bad.
So the Russians taught bears how to play ice hockey and
Ice
strap-
You
Hockey?
definitely said ice
Ice
cocky.
hockey.
You 100% said
What
ice
is this
cocky.
game you're about to
It's-
show?
It starts as hockey and then they all fuck each other.
Bunch of
No,
bears
no,
sliding
stop trying
around-
to just push over this.
Bears sliding
Yeah.
around with boners.
Big old bonus, just ice cocking each
The
other.
Russians love this.
So
It's a national sport over
they,
here.
they strap ice skates to bears.
That's terrible.
And then they put hockey sticks in their mitts.
Oh
and then
my
they get them to
God.
play hockey, and there's literal hockey fights, and then human referees break it up.
Oh my god.
Oh, this is fucked up.
can't
I'd like to
dude.
point out that this is nothing like what I was talking about.
This is exactly when you said I'm going on Fallon and I can get my bear to do
Nah,
anything. This is what
I don't
pictured
like
in my
this
head.
at all. I hate
I was
this.
thinking like
Yeah,
high
it's so
five.
awful.
I don't like this. Get it out of here. I hate their little feet. Get out of here.
This isn't even real. This is CGI.
Oh no, this is a video from like 1964.
Oh, this is like they're in costume.
it's all the Patterson Bigfoot footage. But
Okay, it's actually pretty hilarious now that I know they're in costumes. I thought it was actual Russian bears.
it is bears.
No, it's
It's not people in costumes only.
They don't know how
What
to
are
play
you talking
hockey.
about?
They can't even hold a stick.
Wait, no,
The
because
fuck
they're
are you
bears that
talking-
don't have thumbs. Wait, at one point a bear takes the puck away.
That's a
from the
person.
other
Look
bear.
at those little ankles. Those
What
little
the
human
fuck are you
ankles.
talking about? This is
Bare
real
feet don't
bears.
fit in skates.
No, they're not real.
Like, they're
skates.
not even making any noise. Wouldn't they be like?
And they're playing hockey. Like they're actually
Yeah.
trying to play hockey.
Yeah, this is not real bears.
This is for sure.
What are you talking about? There's no way. Is
Wait,
it?
If you give it a sec, one of the bears steals the puck from the other bear and it gets him bear angry and then he attacks.
Man,
They for sure got a dude to strap. Look, it's like using its front paws to help it walk. 'cause
But how
can't
did it use its
skate.
front paws and then pick up the stick again afterwards?
Good question.
what in the fuck is happening?
It used it like a hand. Come on, it's picking it up. These are just prisoners. These are whatever the Russians were
They
enslaving
got
in
caught
the
in the
80s.
gulag.
Yeah, this is 100%
You
gulag.
get
folks.
5 years of bear hockey.
I believe they're real bear skins.
You think it's-
Oh, it's fucking Stevie Eiserman.
look how his hand is like he's.
I don't know what to think, dude. There are times when I'm like, yeah, no, they could just have like,
They got the skinniest little ankles, though.
I know.
Their ankles
Why,
are
how are they
huge.
stopping and starting like this? They look like the mighty. Okay, no, now they looking like bears though. That's a bear kind of approach, no? What is this?
The crowd looks CGI.
Dude, I think these are real bears.
I don't think this is real.
Yeah,
at all.
dude. Okay, so here.
Are you pranking us,
in,
Otter?
in comparison, here is a bear's leg.
Look at them fat cankles. I know they do have skinny cankles.
They have skin like
That's a nice looking bear.
It's a long-limbed bear. It's got a good wingspan.
So that's what you're going to Fallon with.
First of all, I'm taking a polar bear. It's
You
much
guys so
bigger and
pumped
much
to
more
go to
impressive.
Fallon with this bear.
Well, I just picked Fallon. Any late night show. The point is, I get something. I get some heat behind me because I got a bear who just does what I want him to do.
This guy's looking for the Fallon bear heat right now.
I'm going on a promo my Lovitz fight.
You were gonna
Win the
say
bear.
Lovitz White 2024. Crab sign in the back of it. Pete will be bringing a bear.
I'm gonna have a bear with me. That's gonna be intimidating. Who's
So what
Lovitz
kind of
gonna
bear
have?
did you decide on? Polar bear?
Polar bear. It's the biggest predator on the planet.
But they're not looking good lately, Crease. You know that.
It's also not great in the heat, so that's gonna be a problem. But I'm not great in the heat either, so
Yeah.
You just have to move somewhere moderately
Yeah,
cold.
you guys will be getting along pretty good.
I think we got a lot of the same diet. We got a lot of the same activities.
Yeah, you'll be.
You
yeah.
eat a lot of raw seal.
Oh yeah. Me and the polar bear are gonna hang out, just be killing some.
You don't have to buy groceries anymore. He just brings you birds and small animals.
Yeah. I love
it.
birds and small animals.
Again, you don't like just because he's a familiar. It's not going to make you want to eat raw birds and animals.
Me and him just
He's
hanging
going to be
out.
bringing that stuff
Raw
back and
birds.
eating it, but he's just going to be able to tell you about it. He's gonna be like, I got to tell you, man, I love just like catching like an old weasel in the rocks and just eating that thing raw. And you're gonna be like, I actually hate that I can hear this. This sucks. So, do you mind if I just leave this carcass in the garbage? Like, that's pretty fucking gross, there, polar bear.
Did I tell you my lady's pick? She had a good pick.
Okay,
She picked an orangutan.
okay.
Because
She
you probably
loves tang.
yeah, because she's a big tang lady. That's
she loves
that's what she
oranges.
said. She said I want some sweet tang, so I pick orangutan. Otter, making her sound like a fucking frat boy.
It's all right. I think you're doing great tonight.
Her really well. I hate you so much.